Narnach here. Welcome back to Path of Exile. This is the Talisman League and I'm still playing my Chaos Caster Shadow. And I just activated Arctic Armor, which reduces all the physical and fire damage taken by 8%, as well as spread this nice icy trail behind me, and everything that hits me will become chilled, which seems useful. It's a bit more defensive, and no chilled enemies, they attack slower if my understanding is correctly. So I'm currently here in the Western Forest looking for spiders, because we need Maligaro's a spike, and that's guarded by spiders, of course. So I managed to equip the nice lightning resistance ring I found last time. And my resistances are a bit more balanced, so it's 45, 46, 65, without basically really sacrificing anything. I mean, this is the new ring. It replaced a cold resist, 22% cold resist ring with some life on it. So I lost a little bit of life, but I gained a whole bunch of resistances. So all is good. Let's see, what do we have here? 8 additional items, a stream of monsters, 3 packs of monsters. Let's do something useful with that. Hide items, and then chaos all the way. Here, have a essence train. Something ran away. Ah, something died of chaos. Which is not a bad thing for them to do. Wow, fireworks. So, yeah, the Netherlands has this interesting obsession with fireworks. Let's see, this is the entrance. I mean, that's assuming that the bang outside was loud enough that you actually caught it on the microphone. So, oh damn, level 81 died. Okay, so I should actually say that on the right. So level 81 died, position 6 on the ladder. That's they'll be salty about that. Definitely. Okay. Okay, let's continue. Fireworks. So the Netherlands has this obsession with fireworks. Every New Year's Eve, basically, you know, when we count down on the 31st of December, at midnight, a load of fireworks goes up into the air. But other than other countries where they light up a little bit of firework, we go absolutely bananas with fireworks. And that fireworks, it lasts for an hour or so. And there will be, you know, fire arrows and all the beautiful fireworks, but also a lot of fireworks that has a pretty loud bangs. And it's on the 31st of December from 10 in the morning until I think 2 AM on the 1st of January, it's legal to light fireworks. And that's basically the only time it's legal to light fireworks during the entire year. But the fact that it's only legal during that less than 24-hour gap doesn't actually stop people from lighting fireworks for all of the month of December. So it's now, what is it, the 12th of December? So every once in a while there will be some kids or some teenagers just lighting fireworks. And as the month progresses, there will be more fireworks lit. And no, every once in a while, you know, it can be just some fire arrows or some firecrackers, but it can also be something that, from the sound of it, was clearly not legal under Dutch law. It was way too loud a bang to be legal under Dutch law. But the thing is, to the south of us we have Belgium, and you can get a lot stronger fireworks in Belgium, and it's really easy to import it from Belgium to the Netherlands. So a lot of people will just get their stronger fireworks from other countries and then light them here. And that's why every once in a while very loud bangs will pop up on my videos, because of the kind fellow people of my city choose to light fireworks a bit ahead of time. I mean, I personally don't mind. It's mostly sad for the dogs. A lot of dogs really don't like fireworks, especially loud fireworks. So December for pets is a less fun month, so to say. And if you as a person are a bit skittish about loud explosions, then you're not going to enjoy this either. Well, as I said, it's a normal part of the of Dutch culture, so to say. And it's yeah, it's interesting. So we've actually arrived in the Weaver's chambers while I was talking about fireworks. Let's see if we can evaporate that itsy bitsy spider. Let's see, there is a yellow spider there. Dead spider, so let's see, scanning knife. There's a spider there, it's leaping, but it's not leaping. It's just standing. Probably because leaping is also one of those skills that has a global cooldown. So there's not going to be too many spiders jumping about. Ooh, and we have another talisman spider. Black Maw talisman. Hey, it's not a let's revive more undead talisman. In fact, it's a unique talisman. Awesome. Let's have a look. What is it? It has a socket. It has +2. Oh. Let's take out of these spiders before. Sorry. +2 to the level of socketed gems. Okay, that's good. Put something in. Get 2 levels. Sweet. Socketed gems are supported by a level 10 added chaos damage. That's pretty wicked. What if we add essence drain to that? Socketed gems are supported by a level 10 blind. And by a level 10 cast when stunned. Okay, so I don't want to put essence drain on it. I mean, cast when stunned, that makes it a very defensive option. So that would be something like a molten shell, which doesn't actually do something useful. Frost Nova? So then you blind everything you hit, and you do a bunch of chaos damage, which gets amplified due to my entire chaos setup. Downside is though I will be doing 30% less chaos damage. So this seems to be something to actually think a build around. And honestly, not entirely sure if it's good enough. I mean, because keep in mind my amulets with the 30% chaos damage is a big boost, part of my chaos damage boost right now. Once I get some more passive skill nodes that boost my chaos damage, I'll be less reliant on the amulet, since percentage wise it's contributing less to my overall damage. And I might be able to just swap it out for something else. But until then I think I'm gonna keep the chaos damage. And leave that unique amulet where it is. Nice as it might be. Also 2 orbs of chance just dropping from a chest. That's pretty lucky. And a weaver's nest. Hello. It's an itsy bitsy spider. It's a pretty big spider. So these also do chaos damage, and they resist chaos, which is interesting. Yeah, vanishing, act 1. Well, back for the more, you want to. And she's got energy shield, how cute. Doesn't really help her. Okay. Maligaro's spike. Why did I pick this up? Big items. Just sneaking their way into my inventory. Ooh, there's little spiders. Nice thing about contagion, just jumping from target to target, is that it kills things even if you don't see them. That's it for this area. We can safely portal back. We must portal back. Back! Saber, bow, knife. Rallying cry. Increases damage. Mana regen. Yeah, I'll keep this. Not sure how I use it, if I will use it, but it has potential.
Return if you must.
As finally we are getting some orbs of transmutation. It's been a while since I mean, it took me quite a while to get a small collection of these things. Rallying cry, let's just put it in this corner. Maligara's spike, oh, this one also should go in, and technically, this is a first tier. So let's just put it on the bottom, start stacking this from the bottom. Okay, Helena is just happy, and Silk will give me a skill. Faster casting, faster attacks, melee, physical, and trap and mine damage. Oh, faster casting seems appropriate, given that I have a caster build. 20% more mana for 20% faster casting speed, so your actual mana consumption, when you're casting 20% faster, so you use your mana 20% faster, and on top spells will be 20% more expensive. So the actual mana usage will increase to 144% of what you were doing it, and you only gain 20% increased casting speed. So if you had mana issues before using faster casting, you will definitely have mana issues after equipping faster casting. On the other hand, Wither is not a skill that I use infrequently. And the faster I cast it, the more stacks I can get up, the more I can boost damage. So for now, let's go with that, and let's have a look at what Gina has for sale in addition to what she just told me. So Controlled Destruction is an interesting support gem. You lose all chance of critical strike damage, but you gain 25% more spell damage, but will only go up as you level it. Does it actually list the crit chance? Essence Drain, 5% chance to crit. And Contagion doesn't even have a crit chance. So if you have an Essence Drain, well, I've got currently here, Essence Drain has a 5% chance of doing 150% damage. So basically, if you average it out, it does 107.5% damage on average. Because you got a 5% of boosting it by 50%, so that basically means on average you're doing 7.5% extra. I mean, I'm assuming it's 150% on top of the normal one. I mean, if it's just 50% on top, then you're only doing 2.5%, which makes the crit even more lousy to begin with. Probably that's the case. So 2.5% extra. Crit is negligible if you don't boost it. So in that case, if you actually go for it and you gain 25% more at the basically by reducing your crit chance to 0, you gain damage. 30% more mana used, but you gain damage. So this is a very interesting option. I don't actually have the skill slots available since I don't want to give up Void Manipulation. I will need a 3-link so I can have Essence Drain with its own Void Manipulation and something else. So I think I'm just gonna go for a standalone Controlled Destruction just to start leveling it. There's also a concentrated effect. More damage at the expense of aura radius might be interesting for Contagion, just to make it do even more damage. On the other hand, you lose a bit of the virality. So there are trade-offs there, I suppose. Fast casting, fast attack, concentrated. Last. So nothing instantly obvious. So we'll just start by leveling control destruction. And when I get a tree link that's suitable, then I can just set up the change. Quest complete, yes. So that means next up is going to be Ook. Let's see if we can find him in time. So off we go. And this is level 15, so the monsters should not be relevant at all. But the map layout is going to be potentially going to be the worst challenge here. How long will it take to find the exits? Well, worst case I'll pick up an amulet or something. Or best case I'll pick up an amulet or something here. Yellow, that's always interesting to kill. Ah. Level up, more monkeys. Okay. Boom. Ah, so good. So good. Okay, so that's the entrance. Let's see. Okay, so we managed to grab this one, so the next up is gonna be this live bit. So I'll just spend the points. Then I'm probably gonna end up with life at around 600 by the time I'm done boosting it. And then I'll focus again on energy shield and evasion and resistances and all the other good stuff in life that is not actually life. Right, so yeah. Close the. Okay, so maybe I was looking at this wrongly, since they actually rotate maps now a lot more often than usual. So waypoint, and then we cross the road, and then we follow the path here, and then there's probably going to be an exit of some sort. Okay, I was just not paying attention to the signs that were obviously there, but I was too blind to see them. Okay, something is casting skulls, and it's the ghost. Okay. Well, free rares are always a good thing, even if they're low level. Transmutation shards and alchemy shards are never a problem. And here is the wetlands. So note to self, pay slightly better attention to the hints that are there. Just cross the road, follow the broken stone path, and you will end up at the exit into the wetlands. Ooh, unique lapis amulet. Bit unfortunate, since this is the amulet focused league. On the other hand, unique is a unique. Let's see. Tear of Purity grants level 10 Purity of Elements skill. +7 to all attributes, 29 elemental max life, and 5% chance to avoid elemental status ailments. So 21. No, actually, so you get. For now, actually, just equip it. You have to still use it, of course, and it still reserves mana. Still, it's 20 resist all that you get and that you can give to your allies. On top of a bunch of stat points and such. Not a bad amulet. I've definitely seen worse. Or maybe instead of worse, I should say builds that were less suitable to the build I was playing. Since most of the uniques seem to follow the theme of being build enablers rather than just good for all situations. They're trade-offs. They boost something at the expense of wrecking something else. So in this case the level 10 skill that you get is nice. It's a built-in skill, doesn't cost you a gem. On the other hand, it's gonna be level 10 forever. Especially when you get to later in the game. You know, you're not gonna be able to level up beyond level 10. So that's where the trade-off comes in. Also you can't link it with anything, so you can't put a reduced mana reservation on it or things like that. You know, I think they actually removed the reduced mana reservation skill from the game. I think there's only reduced mana for regularly cast skills. Well, you understand what I'm going for. I mean, it's things like increase area, stuff like that. I mean, it's still probably affected by passive skills, since it is just a skill that you use. But you can't directly manipulate it. And there is a talisman that casts bone spirits. Okay, let's clean up a bit here. Oh wait, they're also immortal. Oh yeah, I had a trick for that, hadn't I? It's called steal the boss. Convert the boss. Conversion trap. I'll go! Yes! And then everything is set against each other and the boss just dies. I was pressing the wrong button. I was casting ethereal knives rather than conversion trap, which is not the most ideal thing to do. Let's increase fire damage and increases mana regen. That's, again, it's not a bad one. It's just not really relevant for me. Also, strap mitts is actually class appropriate. What do we get? Physical damage, too bad. Dex, sure. Energy shields, sure. Rarity and fire resistance. It's about as good as it gets. It's not bad, but it's not really good either. So this one has a nice sum of life. Let's move on. We need two things from this area: a waypoint, which is always going to be in the exit, and we need oak, which seems to reside behind this wall here. And note to self: don't kill the oak, talk to the oak. I made that mistake with my duelist once. Not paying attention, not a good thing. Hello there, oak. Can I help you? So we add 40 base health. Let's see how much it turns out to be. It's gonna be at least 40 plus another 25 or so percent, so that should be another 50 on top. That's gonna be for 526 or so at least. Exactly 526.
To the head, that.
Okay, we need a waypoint, and then we call this an episode. I think I already explored everything there was to explore on this side. Yep, so we just follow the road this way and follow the wall. Hello there, Blue OS. See how far. Okay, so that is the initial coastline. Means the exit is probably gonna be on the other side. It's also interesting. I decided to help Oak, which technically should make me at least non-hostile with him and his faction. But the guys out here haven't really received the memos yet. What I do like about Grim Dawn with the faction system, you actually can shift your relations with different factions in the game based on quests you do, and it will affect the entire faction, not just talking with the quest giver, so to say. And we have the routes, so that means the waypoint is up here. Let's actually open up the routes, so that way I have less garbage in my inventory. And head back to a town. So that was a interesting run. 2 uniques in one go. And for the rest it's not really helpful, so nobody actually wants to talk. So that's gonna be it for this episode. So once again, thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you again next time. Bye bye.